Hello, and thanks for joining me once again for another mindful moment. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's Day and that you are looking forward to a year filled with potential and opportunity. As they say, this is just a whole new blank chapter in your life, ready to be filled in by you. So, yesterday we talked about the idea of including in your intentions, aspirations, the way you'd like to live this new year with incorporating contentment, developing contentment, the practice of contentment. Wouldn't we like to be contented? Wouldn't we like to feel satisfied? It seems like the answer is yes, and yet, if we look a little more deeply, we may find that that's an unusual place for us to be. Our mind, as soon as we sense some contentment, some satisfaction, we have something wonderful happen, our mind will pretty quickly go to, how do I keep it? What if I lose it? How can I have more of this? And we may notice, if we look a little more deeply, that our mind is in this constant state of grasping, of desire, and essentially of discontent. So, yesterday we brought up the idea of practicing contentment, and I wanted to talk a little further today because it is a practice. It's something to engage in every day and something to make a part of your life. So let's just talk about what that looks like. How do I practice cultivating contentment? It's a little different than gratitude. It's very similar. As if we bring to mind right now this morning all of the things that we have to be grateful for, whether it's the house that we live in, the people in our lives, the food that's awaiting us this morning, the job that we have, the weather, etc. We can go on a long list. There's a lot to be grateful for. And we can have a real sense of gratitude. And it's one of the most powerful healing experiences that we can have in terms of a state of mind. Contentment's a bit like that, except it's being at peace and ease with, and a sense of satisfaction of what's happening, the environment, what's going on in this moment, of contentment, of actually feeling contented, at peace, at ease. There's an ease and a peace to it. So, for example, practicing desire or practicing contentment. I'm in a line, and I'm in a hurry. Well, there's stress there. And my mind can be, well, if only this line would hurry up, I could, get out of here, I can get to this next thing to do. Contentment could be very simply being present that I'm able to stand in line, that I'm able to stand. Maybe you aren't able to stand, maybe you're in a wheelchair. That I have a line to be in, and to look around and notice the others and the life that I have. So it's much like that gratitude exercise, but really then maybe this curiosity of looking around and seeing what else is around me and drawing my attention to the opportunity of why I'm in line, even, and what I get to purchase or whatever that is. If I'm in traffic, that I have a car, that I could be in a very simple way being content that actually I'm just seated in a car. And I have a car and I have somewhere to go. And there's a sense of ease and peace. And that we can leave it at that. We don't need to go even to the next level of all the qualities that gave me a car, a job, or why I have somewhere to go. But just bringing that to mind. So the practice then today that I'd like you to encourage is when you notice some desire, when you notice some stress, take a moment to be in this moment and see if you can't find some things to be content with. Because the driving force, the real thing that robs us of our joy and this desire is this fantasy that if this other thing happens that I desire, I'll be happy. And that is so patently untrue. You'll be happy for a moment, for a little while, sure. But if you look at your life and realize all of the things that you currently have that so few human beings have, and if you can't be content and happy now, what makes you think that next shiny bright object will actually bring you any lasting happiness. Well, that's our mindful moment for today. Let's go out there and practice cultivating contentment. Be well, and thanks so much for joining me.